Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and this is my favorite spring shirt. So with that, thank you guys for stopping by. My channel is all about personal finance with my journey through debt, savings, and budgeting. And today we're going to look at my net worth. I've been doing this kind of periodically. I think I'm going to go with like every other month or so. Just looking at my net worth with you guys. So we will get into it. So I got this spreadsheet from Lauren Miller. It's probably a trend on my channel that you've noticed that most of my spreadsheets are from her. Or at least this one and the debt payoff one are from her. And the annual goals. Actually, yeah, a lot of spreadsheets from her because she's awesome. She's good at it. And I don't reinvent the wheel. Why waste my time when she put effort into it? So anyway, with that, check out her channel and we'll get into it. So first things first, net worth is essentially just your assets minus liabilities, something like that. And so we got to go through the assets and the liabilities. So for me, that I've been having highlighters in all my videos. So like, sorry, I don't know. It's just something to fidget with in my hand. So love it or hate it, I don't care. Anyway, first things first, assets. I have a house and I do share it with my partner. So I incorporate that later that we split the equity. But just for these two boxes, I don't, because I like to have the full amount of the mortgage sitting there. So I have my house valued at about $175,000. We do expect it to appraise higher than that, but it's been renovated. So pre-renovation, this is what it would be worth. And I'm hoping that's kind of a conservative estimate anyway. With that, next up we have, I have a Jeep Wrangler and I value that at about $10,000. It is a lot of aftermarket stuff on there and it's in pretty good shape, low miles. Haven't quite hit 100,000 miles yet, so we're living the dream. Yeah, so I have that at 10,000. I also have a newer Chevy Cruze diesel and I have that valued at about 10,000. In the current market, that should be about right. And then I have my sinking fund saving account. This is where I keep my short-term money goals, and that is like propane savings, vacation fund, all that kind of stuff. That's where my emergency fund is as well. And that actually increased by $451 from $4,612 to $5,063. Guys, I really stumble over numbers a lot. I don't know why y'all watch me. Just kidding, keep watching. Next up, my Roth or my 401k. I have a Roth 401k as well. It's all like bunched up in the employer one, so that's why I trip over that sometimes. But it went from $18,961 to $20,045, which is an increase of $1,084, which feels great. In the month of March, I did get a bonus, so my contributions and my employer contributions were a little bit higher on that bonus check, just because they tacked on the bonus onto a regular check, so it made that percentage go up a little bit, like the amount that equaled that percentage, because I put in 6% and then my boss puts in, my employer puts in 5%. So anywho, it went up by 1,000, which was a great month. I don't put in 1,000 a month, so that's great. And then for the Roth IRA that I have, it went up by about $289. I put $250 in per month, so this is awesome growth to see. It went from $1,676 to $1,965. And then I have a brokerage account through M1 Finance, and I took that from $227 to $259, an increase of $32. I put $25 a month, so that's pretty great over there as well. Next up is my HSA, and it went from $22.97 to $23.81, and that was an increase of $84. And I did actually have 2 dental appointments that cost money out of my HSA, so I actually had a refund from that because they were they overcharged a little bit. That's pretty typical in dental work because they never know what the insurance company is going to actually pay for. So they gave me the refund. So shout out my dentist, love them. And then next up, I have my M1 spend account, which is tied into that brokerage account, but it's the money I keep uninvested there because it gets 1%. And that went from $3,160 to $2,635, a difference of $525. So I have bought a car as well as a trailer in the last couple months. So that's why some of these accounts aren't really going up as much as you would think they would if you watch my budget videos. So yeah, that's the explanation for that. So in total, my assets increased by $1,415, which feels pretty good. That's great. Next, we talk about the liability section. I do have a mortgage on my house. So the mortgage went from $142,824 down to $142,314. So that was a decrease of $510, which feels great. And then I do have an auto loan out on that Chevy. And if you missed my debt payoff update, then you can get the succinct version here. It went down by $1,192, I think. Oh, I have the starting number a little bit wrong there. Uh-oh. I think it's 15,608 because it went down by 13. Yeah, 1342. Yeah, I forgot because they added a fee onto the loan amount, so I put the number in there wrong in the beginning. Sorry guys, fixing it on the fly, but I did pay 1342. If you want to see the truth behind that number, you can go check out my debt payoff update or my debt confession. So anyway, with that, it went down 1342. And then I do have 3 student loans, and they did not change at all. So those are sitting at 3121, 1526, and 4800. So that brings me to total liabilities of $166,000 still, which is actually a decrease of $1,852. So I decreased my liabilities by more than I increased my assets, which is interesting, fun stuff. So that would bring my total net worth to $61,000 if I were not accounting for the equity split in the home. So I have this little yellow thing over here. That is something I added to this spreadsheet. It's not part of the template, but I essentially just figured out what my half of the equity would be. So what I did was I take the worth of the home minus what's left on the mortgage to find out what the equity is up here, and then I just divide it by 2. So then that gives me, I need to remove $16,000 from the total net worth number here to account for the half of the equity that is actually my partner's half. So with that, that brings my March net worth to a total of $44,974, which actually in February, you can see that I had a little bit of a dip here. And since I do every other month updates, I'll just like cover that dip here. The reason it went down a little bit in February is because I bought a car and I had to take out money for the down payment. And so it went down by a few $1,000s, and it makes sense because my down payment was $3,000. So I am back on the positive swing here, and I expect to continue on that positive swing for the rest of the year. So very exciting stuff. I'm happy with my net worth journey so far. Probably in April, I'll hopefully get back to where I was in January before that car purchase. So that is what I have for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really like my shirt as much as I do, because I'm really into this shirt, you guys. Come on. I got it at Goodwill. It's amazing. Anyway, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great morning, noon, or night, whatever it is for you, wherever you are, and I will catch you in the next one.